I decided to start 15 minutes early because why not? No microphone. This is going to echo for a second. I apologize. I just want to see, make sure everything's working. I decided to start 15 minutes early. Okay, cool. What's going on, everyone? I am live. You're at Josh Russell Studios. You are getting a behind-the-scenes view of this dark fairy tale photo shoot that I'm doing with Rave. She's still not here yet. I got Patrick here. He's with me. He's kind of walking around too, but I'm actually filming a full YouTube video for this. So yes, this is a live stream and you'll be able to watch, but I would say probably next week or the week after, the actual video will be out. That way you can really sit down and watch what I do and see how I set stuff and lighting. This is just a behind the scenes. If you have any questions throughout the entire time, go ahead and ask in the chat. I won't be able to answer them right away because I'll be filming, but in between filming and stuff like that, I'll make sure to keep track of it and see what's going on. What does that say? The stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. Well, that's good, right? Yeah, because my bitrate's only at 2700.
Yeah.
Okay. No drop. Okay. I will be right back, y'all, because I don't think I can change the bitrate while we're streaming. Nope. Let that catch up. Mm-hmm.
Some guy in the comments.
All right, how are we doing? Are we back? Are we large and in charge now? Are we good? Okay, so the strip boxes back there are 1x5s. They are Gothic brand. I don't have any Westcott strip boxes that big. I will be ordering some, but I have a 1x5 on each side with an FJ 400 in each one, and then the one above up here is FJ 200 with a 24-inch beauty dish, the Joel Grimes beauty dish. They're all gridded. They all three have grids on them, and then I have a 7-foot parabolic umbrella up here with another FJ 200. So let me get all this junk turned on. This is actually why I wanted you here, in case I fall off a ladder.
The only reason?
Yeah. My friend Steph, she's a photographer, and she used to, during the pandemic, she was working here. So she was working her remote job, her day job from here during the day and working on photography at the same time.
Oh, wow.
She made this rule that I'm never allowed to be on a ladder without somebody here.
Wow.
Because she always thought I was going to fall. All right. So I wish it would show me like how many people, oh, current viewers, there we go. I didn't even see that giant number right there. All right, hop over there in front of the camera. I should probably mark that box, huh?
Probably. Because of this one, ain't it?
Yes. I had a roll of tape here yesterday. I wonder where it went. Oh, I see it. It's over there.
Yeah, got it. So I'm a model, huh?
They're modeling, yeah. So it's actually one ahead of that.
Oh, really?
Like this one. There,
Boom.
I think.
We're gonna find out.
All right. What is this? Your Apple ID? Yeah. Your photo. Tethering. So dumb. I'm gonna go ahead and put this here. Oh, you guys can see a little bit what's going on. Be able to see that? I guess I could drop the, whoa, whoa. There, how's that? Does that look good for you guys?
That's pretty slick.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna turn all these lights off.
Okay.
So right now I'm just exposing for nothing. So, whoops, timer's on. Whoa. So nothing there. All right, now we're going to go up here and we're gonna hit A, which is our rim light above your head. So, I guess I should show you too.
Oh, look at that.
Sorry, I'll bring it back in a second. So that is just your headlight then. We are going to bring in B, which is over here, which is then just lighting up your right side. We'll bring in C, bring that in, and hit there. So now you can see that each side is just lit.
Yeah.
So you have a full silhouette.
Nice.
Now, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we will add in the main front light. And when you add it all together, you get that.
It's pretty slick.
Oh, it's already adding my edit to it. You can see it's already cleaning it up.
Oh wow.
Now because I edited it earlier with one of my photos, now every photo that I take is automatically going to have these adjustments done to it. The skin.
Oh, this is in your photo?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now
Nice.
everything is good to go.
It's pretty slick.
Just head back there a second. Go ahead and turn your body this way. You can leave your legs kind of where they were. So turn your shoulders this way.
Like this way?
Yeah, let's cross again. And then let's turn your head back this direction. Yeah. Take a step this way. Keep going. Right there. Not too much. There we go. There you go.
Thing on the mod now.
So then I'll go ahead and add that edit. And there we go.
Nice. I lost a couple pounds would be better. No.
Oh, I got you. You need your head a little thinner. Facial reshape. Or should I make it bigger?
No. Nice.
Yeah. So there's your straight out of camera.
Oh, that's pretty good too.
And then there's your edit.
Nice.
Now I just have a slight edit on there because when she comes in, I don't want it to be like way over the top and like look weird. But then I've noticed, because I've done this with a photo tethering like that, that if I do this like at a headshot session for like, let's say like the doctor's office that I shoot headshots for, if I add a slight like edit to them, it makes them feel a little bit better because like most of the time they're like, that's what I look like. But if I add a little bit of edit to it and kind of just beautify it just a little, it smooths them out, like it calms them down. Yeah.
More.
So, bam.
Nice.
Bam. Sorry that it's a little overexposed for you guys, but there it is. Hello, Page of Styles. What's going on? It is warm in here now. That heat just turned on and kicked off. Okay, so now that's all set up. It's like literally ready to go now. When she walks in, like we'd be ready to go.
Sweet.
The only thing is testing for like her skin tone, like if she's pastier or darker.
Yeah.
Any like, because I'm pretty sure her hair's dyed red right now.
Okay.
So like that's gonna cast a different color than your all black shirt and black hat. So I got to make sure that the lighting isn't different for that.
Yeah.
And it would be changing the lighting as well if she had like a white outfit on instead of a black outfit. So like But now that this is set up, I can literally just photograph all day. Like if this was a headshot setup, I could just, yeah, every person just come through because it's all set up, ready to go.
That's sweet.
So this is actually a 4-light setup. It is a strip box, a 1x5 strip box here, a 1x5 strip box here. There is a 24-inch beauty dish up there, and they are all gridded. That way they have a grid to match exactly where they need to go. And then the 7-foot umbrella up here. So there is 4 lights total. And like I said, I am going to try to keep up with the messages in here. 2 reasons that I won't be answering them right away. 1, I don't want to take away from my client experience. And then 2, we're also filming an actual YouTube video for this. So in between filming, I'll come over here and I'll check the messages and stuff like that. But for right now, we're just hanging out so I can talk to you guys. I actually want to share this. Oh, I don't even know if I have my, yeah. I don't ever use this laptop.
Also, you're not logged on.
This laptop is literally just like, it's been in a backpack for months.
I'll do my due diligence.
Estimated time of arrival is 6:02 on my way. 4 minutes away.
Do you want to like do like a little thing for Instagram, telling them that you're live or something for your story? Or
Yeah. I'm trying to get the link for right now my channel. How do I share this?
on YouTube?
Yeah. Oh, the comments were up, so I couldn't see it. I still had a minute technically before I even needed to be live.
Yeah, put it on my story.
I am live right now on my YouTube. Link right here. Click it. Let's get it going on. 4-light setup in studio with Rave. Dark Fairytale. It's going to be awesome. Come on over. Have some fun. Let's shoot bangers. Let's learn a little. I'll see you inside. My YouTube. Link right here. Click it. Let's get it going on. 4-light setup in studio with Rave. Dark Fairytale. It's going to be awesome. Come on over, have some fun, let's shoot bangers, let's learn a little. I'll see you inside. I am live right now on my YouTube. Link right here, click it, let's get it going on. 4-light setup in studio with Rave, Dark Fairytale. It's going to be awesome. Come on over, have some fun, let's shoot bangers, let's learn a little. I'll see you inside. I am live right now on my YouTube. What size is that light? Is the hat light? It is an FJ200. Sony camera is an A7R4 is what I'm using. I also own A7 IIIs, but I'm using an A7R4 this evening. Right now I have a Sigma 35mm f1.4 lens on it. And then all of the lighting is FJ Westcott. So 2 FJ Westcott FJ400s and then 2 FJ200s. I may break out the FJ80 and do some like crazy lighting with it, RGB lighting, but I haven't decided yet. I don't even honestly know where it is, so maybe not. Still trying to afford a basketball hoop in here though, so if you want to donate some, I'd love to have a small basketball hoop in here. Super chats and all that stuff. I don't really get into that, all that chaos, but if you want to, more power to you. I don't even know if I have a stand for this thing. You want to stand back over here again?
Yep.
Probably just mooned half of the people watching. Oh, D is asleep. Let me just make sure everything else is on. Okay, and then we will add D in here at full power. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, it's on the wrong channel. And boom goes the dynamite. Look at that bad boy right there. Woo!
Dang.
Okay. Okay. That might just have to be done.
I like that.
Like, look at the difference. Two, like, completely different, you know, looks.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Sweet.
Dig that. What do we got going on here? Portrait work with a 35 millimeter. Yeah, just because I want to be able to get her whole body in. Or I should say the whole backdrop in, so that's why I'm running 35. Usually I would use my 70 millimeter macro, which I'll end up switching to in a little bit. But yeah, portrait work with a 35. So speaking of, oh, my 70's already out there. Never mind. What up?
Hello.
I am live on YouTube right now, so you know.
Okay. Still have to put my ears on.
Right on. Yeah, I got a little makeup station right there if you need. I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. Any other questions here, YouTube? Yeah, absolutely. I can do that. I will say them as I go. As of right now, when I was setting this up, I'll kind of go through that. So these two lights, the two 1x4 strip boxes, they're set at 7. The way that the Westcott lights work is they don't go like 1/2, 1/4, 1/256. They go by stops. So that is 7 stops up because I have it really dark in here because I want to control the light with my lighting. I don't want these lights above here to affect it. So these are both at 7. This light, if it was set up the same distance, that would be actually set at 7 as well. It's a little higher, so it's set up at 8.5. Now what I did before I started the live is I actually took my little handy dandy tape measure here. I stood on my mark, and then I measured out to make sure that they are all the same distance away. So these two strip boxes are the same distance away. Yep. So they're both 60 inches away from me, from center mass. So that way, when Rave is standing here, it gets everything the way that it needs to be. Now this one is a little bit further away. This is probably like 65 inches, 71 inches. So that one's a little bit further. So that's the reason why it's a little bit higher. Now, as far as my camera, I'm shooting at f2.8. I could probably go f4. F2.8 is doing okay for me. I'm okay with how it looks right now. ISO 200 and 1/1600 for my shutter speed. I am way stopped down for shutter speed because I want it to be pitch black in here and me controlling the lighting. Now, the camera, or the photo that you're seeing on here, is blown out just because it's an iPad. It does not look like that in real life. Once again, everything is Westcott, fjwestcott.com. If you don't own Westcott lights and you're looking to get some, I have a link that I'm going to put in this live stream after it's done for a little bit of percentage off over at Westcott. If you use that, I also make a small percentage, so I appreciate it when you do use that. I also did throw in the red light. I didn't mention that. That is the FJ80, and that was just laying on the floor facing up. If I don't have the red light on, it looks like normal. So, and then the backdrop is by Kate Backdrop. I don't remember the creator's name that made it. I think it's like Alyssa Miller or something like that. Whoa. Let me just see if I can find it real quick. That way I give you the right information. I literally just went to Kate Backdrop and I typed in Gothic. So it is called the Kate Gothic Floral Fine Art Backdrop by Angela Miller. Angela, not Alyssa. And it is on katebackdrop.com. Okay. All of my Sportrait heroes use Westcott, but I got an 8600 for $393. That's okay. That's perfectly fine.
Straps. Can you find my straps? They're all combobulated right now in the car.
Yeah, I don't know what they're supposed to be doing though.
I'm just trying to find the end of it. Oh, is that right here? Maybe?
There's an end, and here's.
Yeah, I need two sides.
Wait, there's extra strings though.
Extra strings? Oh, the bottom.
Yeah.
It's just the bottom. Okay. Okay. Yeah, just tie it now. It's hard to do things behind your back. Yeah, we're just gonna.
You're getting there.
We're just tying it off.
We're just tying it off. So I have to get tape measured now.
Very difficult.
You and John both have one.
Of course.
I can't even tie it in front of me.
Yeah. John Gress is like a hero of mine. So yeah, I watch John Gress a lot. So she's here. Wait, you're behind the screen. You're behind the iPad. There, now she's here. Give him your name and your Instagram or somewhere.
Okay, I'm Rave McCarthy. You can find me at Rave Insatiable on Instagram.
There you go. So that's the live stream, and then I'm going to get the video going. So I have a live stream on YouTube, but then I'm also filming a video. So like this I'm trying not to pay attention to as much as I am that, because that's actually me teaching. So let me get her back there, get everything set, then I'll get my microphone on. So.
Sounds good.
We don't need a lantern yet. I'm just going to get lighting settings right now, and then I'll hand it to you. So this is kind of your mark right here. Is this, you're going to kind of live in this square, roughly.
Okay.
If you need to move like your feet around and stuff, you can, but you're going to kind of live there right now. Right now I'm just getting lighting settings down, so you don't need to worry about much.
Just make random faces at you?
Yep. They will end up on the video, just so you know. So.
That is okay.
That. Oh, I moved that light. Why did I move it? I should have just left it back there. And one with the red. I really like the red.
I like that.
I like a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta take a couple without it though, because that is what the backdrop actually looks like, and I'm gonna try to give it to Kate Backdrop and see if they want to purchase it. So this is gonna come back a little bit. So I want to be able to get more of that in there. Let's see here. Dang. That's sick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good. It's not laying that effect on there anymore. Let's see if it does now. There, now it's processing. Let's see, what all do I need to do to it? Okay. Let me get my microphone back on. Let's see, are we getting music for the shoot? Unfortunately, because I'm filming a YouTube video and because I'm live on YouTube itself, I can't play any music. So open up your Spotify and have fun by yourself. I apologize, it definitely sucks. I always have music playing in here when I'm doing stuff, but because I'm filming, I can't have that. But the final video, it'll have music in the background of it. Do you generally go by the camera or do you use a light meter? I don't own a light meter and have never used one. With that being said, I know I should. I'm probably eventually going to buy one, but I've just used my eye the whole time. And that's actually what I'm going to walk through right now, is setting up each light. And as soon as Patrick is ready.
Alright. You're good.
Okay, so Rave is here. Rave, one more time. Tell them who you are and what you do.
I am Rave McCarthy, and I'm actually usually a photographer as well, but I am modeling for Josh today.
And where can they find you?
You can find me at Rave Insatiable on Instagram.
Link will be down in the description down below. But now Rave is here and she looks amazing. This is super cool. It's exactly what I wanted for this shoot. And I'm going to walk through the 4 light setup and how I set them up. You saw me actually set them up. Now I'm going to set them so they work correctly how they should. So what I'm going to do, the way that you do this, and I should say I actually added a 5th light I should say, which is a red light on the background. But we'll go ahead and set up everything else first. Okay, so I am set up at f2.8, ISO 200, 1/1600. And yes, you may think that's a little odd to be doing inside, but that's because I don't want that background to show up. I only want the parts of the background to show up that I want to show up. So I need to darken it down so there's actually nothing being seen. So 1, 2, 3, we got a really crazy silhouette shot. That is not what I wanted to do, but that looks dope.
No, sweet.
Let me just turn that light off here. And let's go ahead, no lights at all. And as you can see, nothing is showing up. And that's the way that I want it. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up here, we're gonna start adding in our lights one at a time. I'm set up for my composition. And this is one of the things that I always stress and I always teach is get your ambient lighting setting down first, and then don't touch your camera settings from there unless you need to do little micro adjustments. But for the most part, whether I'm shooting outside, whether I'm shooting in studio, whether I'm shooting a wedding somewhere, I am always getting my settings in camera and then not touching my camera settings. I'm adjusting lighting with the lighting. So like I said, everything is set. I'm gonna go in, A. A is going to be our rim light up there, which is actually gonna hit the horns. And we'll go ahead and see how it looks. You can see that the rim light is now hitting the horns and the ears. Let's bump that up though.
That looks pretty sweet.
Get it a little bit brighter here. One more time. So now you can see that that is just lighting up. Now it is spilling a little bit onto the backdrop too. I'm okay with that. It's enough that I can fix it when I'm editing later. So that's good. That is at 8.8, so that's almost full power on that light. We're gonna go over to our strip box here, which is camera left, subject right. We'll turn that on. Now, this one and the other strip box, those need to stay at the same lighting power if you're trying to make this look even. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I am set at 7 stops up, and boom. So now we have the top and her right, our left lit up. We're going to go ahead and we're going to add that other one in because I already adjusted this. I knew that's where I wanted it to be prior to you guys coming and watching and them getting here and stuff. So let's go ahead and we will go ahead and add in this one, and we got all of our rim lights now set up. So now you have a complete rim all the way around. And what we need to do from here is we need to add this bad boy right here. This is a 7-foot umbrella, FJ200. A 200-watt light is going to do everything that I need it to do. I'm going to say that again. A 200-watt light is going to do everything that I need it to do. You don't need to buy a 600-watt or a 400-watt. Now, having that light for like outside or doing high-speed sync, yes, it makes sense. But when you're doing stuff in studio, this $350-ish light is all you need. And you can get it for 10% off if you use my link. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add that main light in. And I have that set up at 6.5. So both my strip boxes are at 7. My rim headlight is at 8.8. And then my front light is at 6.5. And if all goes well, we should get something that looks absolutely incredible. Now, from there, all I have to do is add in that backlight, that red light again. So it's already set. It's at full power because it's only an 80-watt light. And we will go ahead and blow that background out with some red lighting, just like that. We are all set. Now we can start posing her, getting her where we want, adding in accessories or props, and kind of just photograph all day. Now, if I was doing this at like a conference or a workshop and I had multiple models, or I was doing like a Comic-Con or something like that, where I had this backdrop set up and I had different cosplay characters coming in all day long, or even if I was doing this for like sports portraits if you shall, I could just have a black background back there or a dark gray background. All the lighting is set up. I don't really need to change anything. I could just fire this away all day and just keep going. Now all I have to do is just work on posing and changing that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have you turn this way just a little bit. There we go. Bring your head all the way back across your body and then eyes to my camera. Bring this hand in, kind of like up. You're getting a little majestic here. Yeah. Take a baby step this way. Bam. I just want you centered. Bring your chin up a little bit more like you're better than me. There it is. So we're going to go ahead and what we're going to do now. Red light's not going off. Did red light die? Oh. There, now it did. Let's go back and do that pose again one more time. Let's bring the other hand up too, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, the red light's not firing. It must be dead. I did not charge it because I didn't think I was going to be using it. No, it's on. Just gotta try one more time. Yeah, it's just not firing with them. I gotta just reset every time. Go ahead one more time. Ah, see, it's working. I don't know what's going on with it. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, it worked that time.
Okay, let's go ahead and hold this now. And
Are
what
we still facing this way?
No, let's change your pose a little bit. Yeah. So let's go back and so you were turning this way. Let's go ahead and turn that way. And then what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you hold the lamp up, kind of like you're looking for somebody. And then eyes back to me. Take a baby step this way. There we go. Basically what I'm doing is I'm just making sure your horns and your head are centered in the arch. Lean a little bit more forward. So you can actually, you step just a little far. There we go. So I have to turn that red light off each time and then back on. So bring your head up just a little more because I'm losing light here. And I'll bring this around just a little. So the way that your hair is laying is actually making me lose lighting. Oh, that looks so cool. Yeah. Love that look. Look at that right there. That's a banger. That's a banger right there. Like I'm loving that. Look at this. Let me reset my crop here. There we go. That looks so sick. Let's get this pose here, but with the red light. So I missed the red light on that one. I think your hand placement is out a little bit more in front of you, or like it's like you're almost searching a little bit more, because I want to see a little bit of a gap in there in between your chin and the. Bring your elbow down, bend your elbow down right there. Bring your light around this way just a little. Too much. Right there. I love it. This pose I like better. So we're still, I think you leaned down just a little bit too much with that one. This one, you're leaning back up a little.
Okay.
Yep. So we're going to go ahead and try one more time. There. That's a powerful stance right there. Love it. Let's see how close. Yeah. Dig that. That's the way it's done right there. So now what we can do is we can kind of mess around with different lighting and stuff like that. I'm actually going to throw a different color gel in there if I can find. We'll just go with this orange one. Because now I can go ahead. Where's it going? Up the hill. Okay, so now I've taken the red out, put an orange in. You got a CTO, which CTO is color temperature orange, if you're not familiar with that. Let's get back in that pose again. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm actually going to have you lean a little bit towards me. So come straight out. There we go. Bring that arm around again. Chin up. Even more. See? It's not firing each time. Orange looks dope too.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Kind of fits the lantern a little.
Right, yeah. Look at that.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so now we have a red one, that one. I still like this pose the best. I don't know what we were doing that we got that. So you're almost going to turn your body away, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit more. There we go. And then you bring your head back over, right there. Those look so good. I'm so pleased with that. I'm so happy on how that looks.
Cool.
Yeah.
Especially the orange and white.
I like the orange, and because it's coming through the lantern, yeah. So that is a 4-light setup. 1x5 strip boxes back here. A FJ2, and those are. So that is a 4-light / 5-light setup. FJ 400s with 1x5 strip boxes. FJ 200 with a 24-inch beauty dish. FJ 200 with a 7-foot umbrella. I'm going to switch it out real quick, and I'm going to put a different modifier on the front, and then I will show you that because that's going to give it even a lot more moodier look. So let's do that right now. So we can pause that. All right, let me check this real quick. I think 7 would be a quarter on. Yeah, I think you're right with that. I have to get tape measures, portraits. This is a video within a video. Yeah. Do you generate it? Go by the camera. Fog, fog, fog. Get it going. So we're live. We are live. And actually, that is a great idea. Let's get some fog rolling in here. I actually was going to get my fogger out, and I totally forgot to get it out. All right, Gabe, or whoever said fog. I think it was Dave. Fogger just set up. Just gotta warm up. In the meantime, let's do this switch. Probably end up going back to this for the fog, but
It's pretty easy to remove.
yeah. I spent like an hour and a half today getting all this lighting exactly where I wanted it and set up and trying multiple looks and come on. Come on. Just thinking to myself. Yeah. Okay, so now let me try this again. Bring that light up. You can literally just hold it straight out if you want. There we go. So much darker look
Yeah.
to it. I should probably turn that light up just a little bit before we go recording again. I don't know why it's doing that though. Oh, now it fires twice. The 80 did. But you can see in here, like the look between the two.
Yeah.
What is that noise?
That's a good question. I was just going to ask you that. Do you have a critter living in here?
I don't know. that definitely sounded like a mouse or something.
Yeah, it
didn't
did. It did. Where did it sound like it was coming from over there or over there?
I heard it over this direction, yeah. I mean, I got a lot of random junk back here.
What do you got living back here?
I don't know. That was crazy sounding. I've never heard that in here before.
Sound like a mouse was chewing on something.
Absolutely, yeah.
Hopefully not though.
So it's crazy because like the other night I was here, I was on the live stream, right?
Oh
And,
yeah.
like,
yeah.
My lightsaber, my Star Wars lightsaber, just randomly started turning on and off. Then it sounded like somebody was walking on the roof, and then like 3 seconds later, the motion sensor in the hallway back there turned on.
Is your studio haunted?
I don't know.
It might be.
Taking this to the next level. Like,
Yeah.
Halloween special.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's the fogger making that noise. I don't want to leave this on too much and then just all of a sudden just the whole studio is fogged up.
Yeah.
What do we got going on? I hope the 400s are plugged in. It is not. Uh-oh, got a raccoon. Should have her reaching out towards the camera and just about at the bottom of the lens. Yep. Which would you buy, a Sony a7R IV or a Sony a7R V for a portrait camera for a budget around $2,200, just the camera? I don't know. Honestly, they're pretty similar both. I mean, the R5 has a lot more updates to it. It has a quicker or more clicks per second. But I don't know. I love my R4. Until I switch over to Canon, which is going to happen next year. I'm going to actually dual. I'm going to shoot Sony and Canon. But I don't know. The R4 is an amazing 62 megapixel beast. So, Misfunctional Multiplicity said, "Woot, go Rave." 400s are not plugged in. Fogger is getting set up and ready to go. It's almost warm. There it goes. Look at that. I can tell just by the sound of it. So let's go with that. Let's turn it down. And then let's fire and let's see if it's doing what it needs to do. And now that light is not firing back there. Turn it off. Oh, it just went to sleep. Full battery, so it shouldn't like be dead.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
So I'm going to move this light to the other side here. I am a pretty big stickler on having my light on this side, but because of the way her hair is laying, I'm going to go to this side and see. Yeah, look at that. I mean, I was basically just going to add smoke in later, but I guess if you got the smoke, you might as well use it, right? Look at that. That shit looks like it's out of like a video game.
Uh-huh. Wow.
Okay, let's go.
Good.
All right, so I am now smoking out my studio, so I got to do this really quick because I don't want this just becoming a giant cloud. But what I did is I actually switched my light to the other side. I added this 24-inch beauty dish with a grid, and what it's doing is it's allowing me to get a lot darker in the background. It's not as the background is not as exposed, and I like that because now I'm even controlling it even more. I also have that fogger going with the orange or the CTO, and we are going to go ahead. We got her spot where she needs it. Let's go ahead and let's turn up a little bit more. Bring that light up this way, the other way. Leave your body, so keep turning your body this way.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah. Bring your lantern in just a little. There we go. So let me kill some of that fog. The old school way. Just because that fog is going a little bit in front of your face. Yeah, we're going to kill the fog now. So we'll let that fog kind of dissipate around in the studio, and we'll take it again. But these look absolutely incredible. I love it. Yep, we got too much fog now. We've fogged out the place. Good job, Dave. Fogged it out. So we're going to let that fog kind of dissipate a little bit, and we're going to go again. But I'm going to show you right now on the screen the first couple edited because chef's kiss. So that is the 4/5 light setup. I guess you could call it a 5 light setup now. If you have any questions, please reach out. Also, please go follow Rave on her modeling page and her photography page. I'm going to leave both links down below because they are different, right? 2 different links. Okay. So go ahead, follow both of those, please. Tell them you saw her on this video. You saw her creating bangers. And do that thing where you hit the subscribe and the thumbs up and all of that stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces. Okay, so that video is done. Oh shit, I guess it's not. I forgot I was going to go over and edit these too. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Let's go ahead and refilm that last part.
Alright, connected.
So that is a 4/5 light setup with multiple different modifiers and fog completely filling my studio. Once again, thank you to Rave for coming out. Make sure you go follow her. She has a model page and a photography page. I'll leave both links down below. Tell her you saw her on the Josh Russell shooting bangers with the Cape backdrop video. And as always, thank you for watching. If this is your first time here, I guess I should have said this. Why am I ending this? I don't want to end it, do I? So now that we've done that, this is like the 4th time we filmed this, 3rd. So now that we've done that, we are actually going to go over into my computer now, and I will show you how to edit it. Let's go to the computer, and let's round this out and do some fun things over in the computer. So let's go over into the computer, and I will show you the edit right now. Let's get in there. Cool. I'm just so used to not doing a full video
Right.
that because usually my edit would be a completely separate video.
Oh,
so
that
like the
makes
whole
sense.
behind the scenes, and then the edit would be a separate video. With this one, I want to do like one full video with like everything from start to finish. We're gonna take some more photos too, so I just wanted to end that because I didn't get everything that I wanted in this shoot. But like I said, fog.
It is very foggy in here.
It is very foggy.
Yeah, it is.
I want to make, so my buddy Dave is the one that suggested the fog. So I'm going to make him, he lives here in town. I'm going to tell him to come over here and hold that fan and just fan it until everything goes away. There's no fog over here. What's the YouTube look like? Let's see, we got, are you switching to Canon fully or having Sony and Canon? I'm gonna have both. So I'm actually going to get either an R6 Mark II or an R5. I haven't decided yet, but I'm gonna have both. That way I can make a video that's Sony based and then the same video that's Canon based. So I'd be able to jump back and forth when I'm teaching. You probably won't ever catch me with a Nikon in my hands, and Fuji is just a joke. So I only say that because I have friends that shoot Fuji and they're gonna hate me for saying that. It's kind of like one of those like Chevy to Dodge to Ford things. Like they're all so comparable and they're just fighting with each other right now. They're all great. I was a Canon shooter. I had a Nikon for a little while and then I went Sony a few years ago and now I have so many Sonys it's ridiculous. But I want a Canon. I love the color science on a Canon. After shooting that, being on that YouTube competition, I want a Canon. I still keep my Sony because I have a bunch of lenses and stuff, but you know. I did. I opened the doors. It's getting there. Leave me alone. Yeah, misfunctional. I use grids for everything. Grids on front, grids on side, grids on back, grids literally everywhere because I want to be able to control that light as much as possible. We have enough fog in here. Yeah. At least I didn't use the leaf blower fogger.
Oh, yeah.
That thing is a beast. Did you see that video of that one?
I don't think so, yeah.
So well, it's not a leaf blower, it's a backyard bug fogger.
Oh, yeah, with the wedding.
Yeah. So I took that backyard bug fogger and put regular fog solution in it.
I remember you talking about that.
Mix it with liquid glycerin and basically you just make a giant vape. And yeah, it just fogs the shit out of
I
everything.
do remember watching that video.
Yeah. Probably people over at the bar like, why is that studio smoking?
Yeah.
This is probably just billowing. Yes, the fog is moving this way now. It's just like, just billowing out of here. I told them when I moved in here, I was like, I cannot have any smoke or like smoke detecting fire system in here. He's like, why? I'm like, well, you know. My settings are turn on the forced heat fan if you can. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Just turn on the fan. It's gonna be hot in here though. What does that say? Off heat fan. It is on. It's not cold enough in here to kick on, and it doesn't. Yeah, it's stupid. Settings: 1/1600, f2.8, ISO 200. Top light is 8.5. Both side lights are FJ400s. Those are at 7. And then my front light that's got the little one, it's a 200. It is set at 6.5. And then my FJ80 with the orange light on it is at full power. Here you go, nerds. What's your settings for us nerds? Gabe said. Let's see if we're able to see stuff now. That's why they make dehaze, right?
Yeah.
It's workable. It's a little hazy, but I like it. It looks good. This guy turned back off.
Go to sleep. Good night.
Sweepy sweep. So take a step back, and then, so 1 foot, let's go this foot, step forward. So I'm actually going to have you kind of like one of these.
Yeah.
Let's not bend down though. Like I kind of want you up, like, yeah. Let me switch lenses. I got an idea. Switching out of the 70 millimeter, you're going to a 35 again. We're going to scoot up. We're going to go down low. Take about a half step back, almost like right about there. Leaning forward, looking this way, almost like you're actually searching for something.
This way?
Yep, let's go other hand with the lantern. Yep, and so you're going to be looking even more like this. There we go. Head up more towards my light. Yeah. Bring your head back to me, leave everything else where it's at. Head back this way just a little. So now we're working full body here. Let me see how it looks, and then I'm going to get some of that distracting stuff out of there. Yeah, cool. Okay, let's do this. Let's get this out of here.
Same pose?
Yep, let's step out a little bit more though.
Step up more?
Yep, so you're almost going to be, let's go this a little bit more sideways. So let's go, so I'm going to have you pretty much start right here,
Okay.
and then you're going to step out like this.
Oh, okay.
So, yep. Love it. So now we got this shot, which I'll be able to extend and get rid of the background. Yeah, dude, that's sick. The light coming through the lantern.
Yeah.
Looks lit up.
Nice.
Yes, sir. Okay. Now, for all of you who have been so patient and kind, add a flash to the lantern. I don't need to because the flash is actually doing that. Let me show you, okay? I'm going to just basically, fits the mood of the outfit. Yeah. So I'm going to just drop the ISO down like a ton on this camera. And I'm going to bring this over here, and I'm just pretty much going to just place it right in front so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Let's go there. There's going to be some reflections, so I'm sorry. And then let's drop this ISO down so you can see. There we go. Now, I'm going to scroll through some of this. How does that look? Can you see? Did I mess it up? Is it good? Let's see. I screwed it up. There we go. Okay. So now I can scroll through some of this and show you what's going on here. So this is with the fog. We have this leaning shot here. We will go over here, and then we have a portrait here, which we got portraits. So these are, here we go. One with the fog coming through. Whoops. Then we'll go back here to this one, which is probably like one of my favorite ones here. You're watching it like 20 seconds behind this, just so you know.
Yeah.
So I really like this one. This one's cool. And then we have one right here with no orange light on. And then we'll come back to another one with an orange light right here. Then we will step over to our red light. And then we have this one with no light again. So I'm really a fan of this one minus the crop. It automatically added a crop. There. The distraction removal. So there we go. Something like that. I'll still have to touch it up and stuff, but we'll change that concrete, change the red tile to like more of like a concrete. We'll have that shot. I like that a lot. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Wow, gorgeous. Damn, this guy's good. I'm trying. So those are some bangers right there. We're good to go.
Those are awesome.
So the cool thing, like I said, like now I can move stuff around or change it or change a gel or something like that. If I wanted to, I could just bring that down, put just a plain background on, and then like change the background to whatever I want. Like this is what I do with a lot of my sports stuff. And
Yeah, your sports shit that you did recently, that was awesome.
I'm a
The
huge
big
fan
huge,
of it,
like,
yeah.
the big huge billboard thing you
Yeah.
made or whatever. That was
So Friday I have my friend, you know Lavelle?
Yep, yep.
So Lavelle's coming down. He's one of my real good friends. In all his old football gear, so I'm gonna take some more football stuff.
Yeah, I saw him at Showing Fest too.
Yeah, yeah. He's my assistant for every commercial shoot that I do. I actually think I'm gonna bring this setup to the venue 404.
Oh, really?
Like, I think I'm gonna bring this backdrop and stuff and have it set up that way in case anybody wants to do any studio type stuff. Yeah, so
Neat.
I have 5 locations inside that place ready to go. So let me make it not cold in here.
What kind of tripod is that?
Which one?
What?
They're just heavy duty C stands.
Okay.
I think they're Newer brand actually. They're just, I think I paid like $100 a piece for them or something like that. Which for C stands that's fairly cheap.
Okay.
But they're heavy duty. Like they very rarely knock over. They make some with wheels on them too, and I think those are about $125 a piece. But they're 13 feet, so I'll go 13 feet in the air. This one is broken up here.
Is that why you have that on too?
Yeah. So this is a 10-foot ceiling in here, and that's all the way to the top, and I still have room to go higher.
Oh my god.
That's why if you look in some of these photos, it's throwing a little bit of cast.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where's one of the first few that I took here? So like, see how the light's throwing a little bit of cast up there?
I like that one.
Yeah. Because I can't go high enough. So like, if I could get that light up another 1.5 feet, it wouldn't throw this light cast up top.
Oh,
So,
okay. So that's just
yeah,
too low.
it's just too low for this, because this is an 8-foot backdrop and a 10-foot ceiling. I would need an 8-foot backdrop and probably like a 12-foot ceiling to get rid of that. So
Even if you power it down a little bit?
yeah, you could power it down, but then it's not doing what it's doing, because it's
Like adding more light there?
This random mess up.
I like that one too.
I know. I kind of want to use that as like a teaser.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
The
yeah.
devil was here. Yeah, so like you can see here, this was just that.
Yeah,
That's just, well, no, that's just that light. So.
Okay. So you mostly get the haze when you add in the other lights, right? Like,
Yeah, yep. So yeah, that's adding in, and it's getting a little hazy. Then you add the other one, then it's even more hazy. And then you add the front light, and you kind of even everything out, and then you start messing with lights behind. I like that one too. It's a powerful pose. That was us just testing still. I like this one.
Yeah, I like the gels. I like that in the gels too.
It looks
It
like freaking like World of Warcraft
Oh, I love
or something.
World
You know what I mean? Like that's what it looks like. Like I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then this one too. So
Ooh.
and I just added a through a Photo. I just did their distraction removal just to see what
I
it
love
looks
you,
like.
Photo.
Yeah.
I actually learned that from Shutterfest.
Yeah.
And Aftershoot. Do you use Aftershoot for your wedding?
I do.
Yeah.
So I call with Aftershoot, call and edit with Aftershoot on my weddings, and then like my bangers I do in a Photo and Photoshop and stuff like that. But
okay.
everything else I mostly do in Aftershoot because I'm an Aftershoot ambassador, as well as an Photo ambassador, and
Okay.
then Westcott is my other sponsor.
So, because I was learning from one of the instructors at Shutterfest for Aftershoot or whatever, because she kind of like briefly went through it.
Yeah.
But you have to learn, you have to use that other Lightroom, because I used like the super classic, but that doesn't have all the extra shit on it. I don't know.
So you use
Just-
Lightroom CC or Lightroom Classic?
Classic, I think.
So do I.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Lightroom Classic. I cannot go to the regular Lightroom.
Okay.
There's the only time I use regular Lightroom is if I'm on my phone or iPad.
Okay, so I think I use like regular Lightroom.
Okay.
Because it
Go to
doesn't-
Classic. Go to Classic.
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
Aftershoot only learns from that, right? Like, that's
Yes.
what she told me.
I think so. I think it might be different now,
Oh, okay.
but yes, it was like that for a while. Not 100% sure. I do know that they are including or releasing Retouch now too.
Okay.
So they're basically gonna be mostly direct competition with Evoto.
So how
So-
does it learn your editing style?
You continuously upload your catalogs.
Oh,
So like not continuously, but like every so
from
often.
the Lightroom.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Because like it'll learn. So like let's say you use your Lightroom catalog to do your edits, and then you tweak the photos because it's not doing them perfect.
Right.
Then upload again, and then it'll learn your tweaks and so on and so forth.
Okay.
So for a lot of the stuff, I use either my very first one that I ever released because it just cleans them up. You know what I mean? Like I'm not adding too much edit to them. Or one of them from the marketplace. It's called Gray Card.
Okay.
It's in the Aftershoot marketplace. I love that edit. Like that's what I do all like my family photos, like anything after the ceremony for family photos and stuff. I just use the Gray Card
I
because
remember I briefly used one just to try it out, but it was like, kind of confusing to learn yet, so I haven't gotten there. But I'm trying to like learn all the editing stuff. Jeremy also gave me a whole bunch of editing tips last time I did the shoot with him.
Oh really?
Yeah, he brought his laptop and was like showing me stuff.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like Aftershoot is like always evolving. It's the same with Evoto. Evoto is like there's stuff that they're
Constantly
about to
updates.
release that's
Yeah.
they update like every week.
Yeah.
There's a new update coming out. So I'm going to be with Evoto in Dallas February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th at their booth.
Oh,
so
cool.
I'll learn a lot more about what's coming out because I did it at WPPI last year in Vegas. Yeah. But I'll be there in Dallas, and then I'll probably be in Vegas with them too. The end of March.
Oh yeah, it was
in
right
Vegas.
the month before.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep. It's almost like exactly 1 month prior. It's like the last week in March or something like that in Vegas. Good thing is Vegas is cheap.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you can get out to Vegas and back for like $200 round trip, and the hotels are stupid cheap because they want you to spend money in their casinos. So like, if you stay down on Fremont Street at the D or at the Golden Nugget, it's like $30 a night for a hotel room.
Okay.
And like they're resorts, like, yeah.
So there's like different tiers for their pricing packages on like Shutterfest, which is only have like a couple.
Yeah.
What one would you suggest to me? Like,
There's a
what do
I think there's a
really need?
$99 one.
Okay.
For WPPI, I would suggest that one because when I went last year, 2 years ago, I did the free ticket, and it was like it gets you on the trade show floor and get you to like the judging and all of that stuff. I had a blast. I did more photo shoots outside of the conference than I did like if I would have taken the classes.
Okay.
So I mean like.
You don't need to spend a whole lot of money then.
No.
Just to go there.
Now, the $99 one gets you the trade show floor. It gets you some of the workshops, and then some of the like the excursions you have to pay extra for.
Okay.
And that is per photographer.
Okay.
So like, like a couple years ago, like Jermaine Horton's was a different price than Amber Henry's.
Oh.
So like they decide how much it is to do it. And then like there's all these other shootouts and like all the just stuff goes on. WPPI is incredible. It is a blast.
I'm trying to do as much education this year
Good.
as possible.
Absolutely. Like I wish more people understood that.
No, and I think it's very important. It's just the whole money aspect.
Right, yeah.
You know, especially right now, people are getting laid off jobs.
Yeah.
My hours are being cut, so I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's why I saw your workshop coming up. And I'm like, it's a day after my birthday. I'm going to use that as
Really?
a
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
It's going to be fun. I think there's 6 photographers signed up so far.
Mm-hmm.
I maxed it at 20. I have 7 models coming. Veronica's going to be here. She's bringing her snakes. She's amazing. Jesslyn, Ashley, Raina, they're all banger squad. Faison, and then my 2 bearded buddies from Milwaukee are coming.
Nice.
So Bruce and S. James.
Oh,
So,
yeah, I seen you did photos of them.
so,
Those
yeah.
were fucking sick. The last
Yeah.
time you guys did shoot.
So they're both coming too.
That's cool. I've been wanting to meet them.
Did I miss anybody? I think that's everyone. Sounds right. But then, so there's a dedicated boudoir space.
Okay.
Also, YouTube, you're getting advanced knowledge by being here. There's a dedicated boudoir room. There is the bank vault area with also a marble staircase. There is this backdrop was going to be set up. There is the grand hall. And then there's the front window space, which is like, there's like plants and like trees and stuff in this like window. And it's like all Art Deco, like concrete and stuff around.
Awesome.
So those are all the spots that I have decided so far. The way that, so last year, well, I guess the last 3 years that I did it, it was like stations, and then like you partnered up with a few photographers, and then you moved station to station. Okay. I'm going to do it a little different this year, and I'm going to kind of have it be free roam, but the models are going to be switching spots.
Oh, okay.
And then you can, like, if you just want to photograph one person the whole 4 hours, you can. But there is a requirement that you at least take 2 photos of each model. So then, like, so go around, take your 2 photos of each model, and then if you want to spend the rest of the time hanging out with somebody.
Yeah, I like to switch it up.
Right. Yeah, for sure. That's the
that
best way.
Helps you learn different,
right.
You know,
different poses, different skin tones, different model clothing, like different way of interacting with people. I mean, it's and it gets you more portfolio work too. You don't want to put
all the same
7 of the same person in your portfolio. It's what drives me crazy, because like I work with the Banger Squad models a lot, like the girls and the guys that I've like put together. But like I don't want all of those shoots on my website. Right. Because then it's like, well, this guy only works with these people. And it's like, no, I work with other people. These are just my main models. So I'm actually working on a whole Banger Squad like page on my website. So like then they can see just those models if they want to see it. Otherwise they'll see everything.
That's actually really cool. That's a good idea.
What do we got going on over here? FJ80 on the floor. Yes, the FJ80 is on the floor. Sincere approved. Oh, I'll use it. I got an idea brewing with the wings. Yeah, so Homespun Heart are going to send me a pair of gold wings for the class, for the workshop. Noodles and Company is providing food. Oh, so nice. I have Noodles and Company for food, and yeah, so far so good. I'm trying to get my buddy talked into bringing his like dry ice machine that'll lay like the cloud of smoke on the floor, because I want to do the gold wings, the cloud of smoke, and the bank vault all in one shot. Like I'm like thinking of it in my head, like what I want to do. So, but I know 2 people that have one. My one buddy is like going out of town the entire week prior, and like that's the day he gets back, so he's not available. He's like, I'm going to be dead. Like, I'm going on a vacation for a week. I'm like, okay. So I got to get a hold of my other buddy, see if he'll bring a dry ice machine in, because I would love to have that there. So
that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Right on. Well, thanks for coming.
Yes.
Yeah,
thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
I'm gonna get one of these edited. Probably the one that's on the screen.
All my ears.
No, it's probably gonna be one of the portrait ones that I'll get edited later tonight and get circulating on the interwebs, and I'll get it to you. This one might take a little bit longer because there's a lot of AI that needs to be done. Yeah. I'm gonna get all of this out of here.
Yeah, your wedding photos, I share those to people all the time. I'm like,
thank you.
They are so amazing. And I'm like, this is what I want to be able to do one day.
It's one of those things, oh, it's really dark now because that wasn't on there. It's one of those things where I can tell my difference when a wedding couple give me more time to do what I do.
Yeah, yep.
And that's so, 2 years ago and prior, I was doing between 35 and 40 weddings a year, which was amazing money. Mm-hmm. But by the end of the season, I was like, another fucking wedding. Here we go. Another wedding, another wedding. Last year, I went down to 6. Well, this year, I went down to 6. Next year, I only have 3. But the way that I'm doing it now is 2 photographers. So either my wife or my assistant, Kayla, they come and they shoot candid.
Oh, I didn't know your wife shoots.
She doesn't really, but she does.
Oh, okay.
It was one of those like, hey, I need some help.
Okay.
And now, like 3 years later, she still shoots every wedding with me. So she's not a photographer, but she shoots great candid work.
Yeah.
Like she knows what people want. Like she's all of the like first look with the groom photos of them crying, they're all hers.
Oh wow.
Like I haven't caught a single good groom crying photo. Everyone on my website is hers. But so I bring one of those 2 to shoot candid all day. Now I focus just on the artistic stuff. So like my wife or Kayla, one of the 2, they're shooting like 1,200 photos in the wedding.
Right.
I'm shooting like 400.
Oh,
because like I am only focused on the artistic stuff. Like I'm gonna set up lighting. I'm gonna move stuff around. Like I'm gonna focus on that because I've seen over the years, like yeah, those other photos are really good to have, but you're not gonna hang Uncle Jerry and Aunt Sue on your wall.
Right.
You want the banger photo on a canvas.
Right.
So like, why should I know I don't want to sound arrogant, but it kind of sounds arrogant the way that I say it, but why should I spend my time taking photos of stuff that doesn't matter?
Right.
Like in the long run, you're spending a lot of money because you've seen my work on my website and that's the work that you expect. But then I go into some weddings and they're like, hey, come photograph this, come photograph this, come photograph this. And then they're like, why didn't I get any really good photos? And it's like, because I didn't have fucking time.
It's too fast paced.
Like you didn't give me time to do my art. Yeah. You had me taking pictures instead of creating art. So like now all my meetings are like, you know what you're getting. Like I am not the, hey, come shoot this guy. Like I'm the guy that's thinking about every photo and how it's going to look hanging on your wall. And they're like, cool. Like, where do we send the money? So like, it's different. It's not something that anybody does in this area. So like it's a little bit of a struggle because not a lot of people understand that until they hear it.
I totally get it because even like I've only shot a couple weddings so far, like maybe 5 or 6, I guess. Mm-hmm. And even with my last 2 that I've had, like the last, I did like a Gothic wedding or whatever.
That's sweet.
Abby and Eric, and I told them like ahead of time, I was like, hey, if you want like all those like really cool artistic photos, like we need to have like specific time.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to like weed in there.
Yeah.
That way.
And it's like one of those things where I either leave a wedding and I'm like, fuck yeah, like that was like I got some heat from that one, or it's like, man, I just didn't have enough time to do anything. Like I got some good photos, but nothing that like I want every single wedding that I do to end up on my portfolio. Yeah. At least one photo from every portfolio needs to be a freaking certified banger. Like it has to be, because I mean they're paying $6,000 to $10,000 for me to come to a wedding. Like I have to be able to provide that quality of work in every time, but that comes with an expectation on their end as well. Like they need to give me that time, because like I know at the end of a day when I leave a wedding, like if they're going to be not disappointed in my photos, but not over the moon excited, you know what I mean? And so like it's like, fuck, like I didn't take the photos that I needed for this one. Now I have to create a banger out of something that probably isn't one, you know what I mean? So like I've never had an upset wedding, but like I
didn't have the same work or whatever.
Right, yeah. I want, like I said, I want every single wedding that I shoot to be able to go, at least one to go on my portfolio. And like some of them just doesn't happen because I don't have time.
See, not even like with weddings. I want to do that even with my portrait sessions. Because I feel like some of my portrait sessions are really lacking still, but I'm still trying to figure out the lighting aspect.
I'm getting there, like, and no lie, like I've been doing this for almost 10 years now. And I still like have sessions where I'm like, fuck, that sucked. Like that one's probably not going to end up in my portfolio. Like they're going to love it. And that's one of the things like a couple years ago, like I had someone tell me, is like, you're thinking too much about it. Like you gave them probably the best photos they've ever had of their, see? This motherfucker place is haunted. That light just flashed for no reason.
It really did.
Is the camera even on?
It's almost dead, I'm pretty sure.
It's almost dead? Maybe is that why it went off then?
Yeah, it is almost dead. But like, no, I don't. Yeah, they're still all on. But only that one flashed.
That was really weird.
Yeah. Now I've totally lost on what I was saying.
You were saying that...
Oh, like, so I've shot weddings where I'm like, those are okay. Those are good photos. And like, my assistant at the time was like, those are probably the best photos these people have ever had.
Yeah.
Like, stop overthinking all of it. It's like,
but
yeah,
to
but
you, you're like...
Right, and that's the artist side of me. You know what I mean? So...
And that's how I am with a lot of my sessions. Because even though the clients are like happy or whatever, I'm still like, it's not.
My number one thing that I always say is slow down. Slow down in your photography. Like, nobody's going to get pissed if you take an extra minute or two to get things looking better when you're setting up lighting or setting up your composition or anything like that. Just let them know. Like, if you have your model standing here, like what I did with you, I was like, I'm going to just get my lighting settings down. Give me a minute. Nobody's gonna be like, God, I wish this guy would hurry up and just take bad photos.
Yeah.
Like if I'm making the photo look better, they're fine.
Right.
And it's not like I'm like, hey, give me 25 minutes to get this set up. Like, you give me a minute or two. Let me get my lighting settings down. Let me move this trash can out of the background. Whatever it is.
Right.
Just take your time. Just slow down. Quality definitely over quantity when it comes to really good photos. Like, you're gonna have people paying you more money for less photos than you will when you get to that point. So.
Well, then sometimes you're just going to be kind of SOL, right? Like, so for an example, like I did a family session, and it was like fucking dead forest, blah, 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 and there was grandparents, and they were really cold, so they wanted to shoot fast, so I couldn't bring light in.
Sure.
So it's just kind of like...
You just do what you can. Were they happy with the photos?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck them. Nah, that's fine. Yeah. Don't worry about the lights.
It's just that whole
right.
feeling
yeah.
about yourself type thing.
Yeah, and like honestly, like as much as you want every photo to be portfolio worthy, it's not always going to happen.
Yeah.
There are photo shoots that I do that will never see my portfolio, not because they're not good, it's just not my style, or it's not
your standard.
Right, it's not something that I want to advertise. Like I shoot some family sessions that are like natural light, that they're great photos. But it's not me. It's not what I'm advertising because I don't want to continue shooting those.
Right.
So like I'm not going to put a natural light family photo session in my portfolio because then 10 more people are going to be like, I want those, and I'm like, fuck you.
And you're like, I
that's
want to
not
do
me.
This cool
right.
light
Yeah.
shit
Right.
and...
I want to put 5 lights out. Leave me alone. Yeah.
And
so
I want to do that, and I want to do more of like compositing.
Compositing is so much fun, and it's becoming so easy now with AI.
It's so fucking fun. I did it with some of the models from Shutterfest, and it was just a blast.
This lighting setup with this, and that's the main reason that I do this lighting setup now, is because it creates an outline on a person, and now it's super easy to cut them out and change the background.
Oh.
So like these ones, like this. Because you have such a harsh line all the way around you, I could cut you out no problem and then change the background.
Yeah.
So that's why I evenly light all the way around. Not only that, but it looks cool like that.
Yeah, it does
but
look really cool.
Evenly lit all the way around. That's how this one.
Have you ever done bodyscapes with those lights?
Not recently, not since my current skills. Where are those photos? That's Prebble Media Day. Volleyball in studio, here we go. So like if you look at these, like that's this lighting setup with a black background. It's the exact same lighting setup, but like you can see how harsh the lines are all the way around. That would make it super easy to cut her out.
And that must have been kind of what you did when you created that.
Yeah, like this one. Like I think that's the one I used for that with the baseball field background.
Oh, yeah.
But you can see that it's super harsh lines all the way around. And that way I can evenly light and get the photo that I want.
Cool.
And it's just like moving the lights around until you figure out where they need to be. And where is that?
Did you see those photos?
I did.
Yeah, so that's the same photo.
That's crazy.
That is amazing. That's the fucking cool shit. I was like, soon as I saw those. I was like, oh.
So that's what I'm moving more into though.
Yeah.
Like next year, I would hope 90% of my stuff is going to be in studio style photos like that with, you know, composited backgrounds.
Yeah.
That's what I really want to move into. Until 2023, yes, before I did the YouTube TV show, that reality show challenge, I never shot in studio. That whole season was in studio. Like they didn't tell us that when we went out for it. Like I thought I was going out to do what season 1 was like on location photos. No, we get there and Sal's like, it's all in studio with backdrops, and I'm like, well, I'm fucked. Like I don't do that. Like that's not me. Like, so I lost first. I got kicked out first round. But like I was like, I need to learn backdrops. Like so since August of 2023, it is all I've been focusing on.
Oh really?
Is just backdrops and how to shoot different backdrops and stuff. No,
that's crazy.
About a year I've been shooting backdrops.
Oh wow.
It's all I've focused on. It was learning in studio lighting, learning how to do creative in studio lighting, like not just JCPenney portrait studio lighting, like how to actually do it. And I'm now getting to a point where I love it. And I do notice that learning this in here even makes my outdoor stuff easier.
Right. No, that makes sense. Honestly, I could see that.
So, and now I have a whole nother outlet that I can teach too, because we both know nobody wants to be outside right now learning. So
right,
you know,
exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to
Look
move
that.
a space at some point so I can have a place to mess around.
Well, I rent this space out. If you ever
do you?
want it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
Cool.
yeah. Kayla and I split it, so she has second dibs on it. But then, yeah, I rent it out by the hour. Usually it's $100 an hour,
Okay.
2 hour minimum. So because you need a half hour to set up and a half hour to take down, and then an hour of shooting. So, so it's usually $200 a session. But I have a full boudoir setup that goes up right here. And then all the backdrops, all the lighting are usually included because they're usually here unless I'm using them somewhere, which I would let you know in advance. And then also like I'm trying to figure out a monthly rate as well. So like if you wanted it for like multiple sessions, you wouldn't have to pay $200 every time. Like you could save, but I haven't figured that out yet. So
Yeah. Cool.
everybody,
Thanks, Josh.
for sure. Thank you for coming.
Yeah. It was fun.
I'm gonna teach this guy how to build a website now.
Yeah.
He's good.
Do you want me to take your business card?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead.
Hand it to someone.
Yeah.
Okay, I know this guy.
Yeah. Don't forget your horns.
Yeah, horns, bones,
They're over here.
ears. Got my ears, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, so now all of that stuff that I just filmed will be like a full YouTube video, but then I'll create some shorts and some verticals and stuff like that. Bye, have a good night.
You too, thank you.
All right, YouTube, I'm out of here. Thank you for watching. I still see a couple people in here. Thanks for interacting. Thanks for being awesome. Video's coming soon. I gotta do some one-on-one lessons now. Peace.